Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to the first official episode of our podcast, Momentum. Today's episode is going to be about New Year's resolutions. So, Ahana, what are your New Year's resolutions this year?
My first one is to avoid getting burnt out often, especially from school. Focus on my mental health and focus on stress. Like avoid stress.
Wow. Some of my New Year's resolutions is probably fixing my gut health. Like eat more but don't eat a lot of more junk food. I know that's gonna be hard, but I'm pretty sure I can try handling that goal. What's your Saanvi? I would say I kind of just want to be more productive this year. Like I feel like a lot of my problems I put off until the last minute, and I feel like it's a bad habit.
Right. Yeah.
So, guys, I just really want to talk about we're all making these new resolutions, but is there a reason why we haven't stuck to the ones that we made last year? Knowing myself, I know that I did not stick to the New Year's resolutions that I made from last year. Like last year, I said I was going to be more productive, like what Sanvi said, and I ended up doing everything but productive stuff. Like I would be watching TV, watching different shows, or doing everything but studying or stuff. And so is there a reason why you guys do it, or is it just are you guys just just in general? I think I would say that I tend to put bigger I give myself large expectations, and that kind of makes it harder because if I say, "Oh, I'm going to go study for 3 hours straight," that sounds like a lot of work, but if I say I'm going to study for 5 minutes and then 20 minutes and then if the slow growth, and I think that's what a lot of people don't do. Right, right. One thing that I feel like I've been noticing a lot, just in general with people in New Year's resolutions and online and social media too, I've been hearing a lot of other people just talk about what they want to do for the New Year is a lot of people set these really big expectations, but they end up not doing it. Like they'll set themselves this big end goal, but they don't do the entire process to getting to that end goal. So I feel like one thing that for me that I should really focus on with my New Year's resolution is focus on the journey rather than your goal. And I feel like that's a lot of things that everyone kind of just forgets about when they're setting goals. Like you're just like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to become so healthy by the end of this year. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a 4-point GPA." But you're not putting in the effort enough for that, and I feel like that's something that a lot of us can really relate to and really focus on. What about you, Ahana?
I feel like some goals are too big or there's too many that you really can't achieve it. Kind of. It's not like you can't achieve it, but you might not have the time or you have so much else going on that it is difficult. So a big thing with putting goals is to make them achievable definitely and not as big as like, you would usually put them.
How do you guys define how I was always taught to use SMART goals, but how do you guys do it? How do you guys manage how achievable your goals are? How achievable my goals are? Typically, I just spreadsheet them. I try to give myself this type of mindset toward it. I'm gonna stick to this. I'm gonna do this. And I feel like with that mindset, I'm not really taking into account what Ahana said, other different kinds of situations. And so I think that's one thing that prevents me from making achievable goals. I'll make a goal and just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," but I'm never gonna end up doing it. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I also know about SMART goals, but I know of it, but I don't necessarily use it. But the thing is I want to see how much of an impact it'll have on my life. So the amount of impact it'll have on me really just it kind of helps me and motivates me to make it I don't know, to make my goal more achievable or attainable.
Right. I think that's all really important. But what do you guys think about the mindset? I feel like the biggest part of setting the goal is, are you going to grow from it or are you going to stick to what you already know, right? So how do you guys feel about that?
I feel like it's good to have a growth mindset, especially with the fixed mindset. You might have these opinions, but your opinions are not always correct, kind of, and they can of help. They can make you avoid bigger situations, which is not necessarily good. But with the growth mindset, you can actually grow instead of having a fixed mindset, which you can't learn and attain any knowledge from it. So growth mindset is really important because you have to grow as a person when you grow older, and especially in the new years, and like with everything that's going on, you're growing, you're getting to new situations, you really have to have that growth mindset in order to succeed.
Yeah, I feel like that's like really important as well. So like what are different ways you guys are going to do this year to help become productive? I feel like one thing that I think I'm definitely doing now is like setting those like small goals, like starting small and then building off of that. And so to a point, like cuz it's basically like, when you're going to a gym, you're not automatically going to start off with the highest weight. You're going to first start off small and then build out of that. And I feel like that's really important, especially when setting goals. And I feel like that again is a reason with the mindset you're so fixated on, oh, I have to do this, I'm going to do this, instead of growing and actually like going through that journey itself.
I feel like for me, I just want to have like a lot more like control this year, if that makes sense. And I feel like the thing about me is I can set the goals and I can like start them, but I don't feel motivated to finish them. So I saw this thing and I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's punch cards. Have you seen those before?
No.
So basically people have been making punch cards and it's like, oh, go on 10 walks this year, right? And 10 walks, that's not that bad. Out of 365 days, 10 walks isn't that bad. So if you say I'm gonna go on 10 walks and then you get a reward at the end, and I feel like that's like a good way to keep yourself like manage your own expectations of yourself, and that motivates you to keep going. So I think that's something I really want to do this year.
Yeah. One way is like Sanvi said, I always leave things to the last minute. I have a very bad procrastination problem. So a thing that I want to work on this year, especially, is spreading out my work throughout the week instead of doing it always last minute.
That's actually a really good habit, I feel like, because especially for the people that are in competitions or sports or anything, like all of the events are coming up, and I feel like right now is a really good time to get your life organized before you feel stressed out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I feel like because like the new semester is gonna start too, and like knowing myself, and I don't know if a lot of other people do this, but I like wait till like the last minute, like until like it's Sunday night, like I don't know, like at 10 p.m. I do all of my work rushing it, and I feel like that just like it doesn't help me. It's not making me better. It's not helping me grow as a person, and I feel like preventing that really like starting before your goal even starts, like setting like a good like time, like really just like before like you're doing your goal, just like prepare on how you're going to do it. I feel like that's a great way to like actually help grow from that.
Okay, guys, that's all we have for today. And remember,
Keep it rolling.
And keep the
momentum. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Adios.